Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for our national anthem.
Welcome to the Saturday edition of Today at the Races. Dave Rodman in for Naomi Tucker, joined as usual by Keith Fustel from Echo Base and our odds maker, morning line maker here at Pimlico. A fast and firm go today and some cloudy skies. And I don't know, you kind of shocked me there with a little weather news a second ago. We'll get to the conditions here in just a few moments.
Yeah.
Possible rain later, but I think it's going to hold off.
I think so, too. Some threatening skies right now here in the Baltimore area. But I heard most of the, if anything really bad was going to be south of us. So, yeah, let's hope we can get through this racing
we can
card.
Get through the card fast and firm here at Pimlico. We'll get to the handicapping action in just a few moments. A quick reminder about what's coming up in the month of August as we wind down here at Pimlico, getting ready for the Maryland State Fair and the Timonium meet. So later this month, we're going to have 4 Maryland bred stakes, $300,000 in purses. It's Maryland Strong Day. Should be a strong lineup of Maryland breds in our stakes.
Yeah, I'm telling you, our breeding is definitely onwards and upwards right now. Some stallions that are popping at good rates.
Divining Rod.
Yes.
Divining Rod's hot. There's so many Imagining at Anchor and Hope and Holy Boss there at Anchor.
Golden Lad, is he around?
Golden Lad,
around in the region.
But some new stallions are really showing some promise. Even Dortmund had a winner too, right?
Yes.
At Colonial Downs as well. So Maryland bred stakes, always good handicapping for you Saturday, August 21st. It's also going to be in conjunction with Fan Appreciation Day here at Pimlico. Doors open at 11:30 a.m. and our usual first post at 12:40.
I'm sure we'll have some drink specials, food specials, and I don't know if that's a tease or not. Are we giving out any hats or anything? I don't want to get anybody worked up. It's a good-looking hat.
If we do, we'll send you the bill.
Or maybe a piece of the Preakness, right? Maybe they'll give away some hats, and they look sharp. I know the hat giveaways were always huge back in the day. Back in the day, big crowds.
Alrighty, about hour and change to post time. And again, we mentioned the possibility of some showers a little later on coming through the area, but it looks like we're going to make it through the day. 77 degrees here in Baltimore. Calm winds and cloudy skies. A little bit of threatening sky in the distance, but looking at the radar, showers should be brief, at least early in the day. Partly cloudy to cloudy. Right now it's clouding up pretty. Was partly cloudy about an hour ago, right? All right, let's take a look at our card for this afternoon here at Pimlico. As usual, we begin the day, Keith, with one of our 2 pick 5s at a 12% takeout in the opener, going 5 1/2 furlongs. Can we trust? How much can we trust Lambeau Lady to keep her form in a new barn after the drop for a nickel, a race in which she was claimed, and adding front wraps to that race?
Yes, yeah, major plunge last time out. Sal Ramirez, he bit. He went in. I'm sure. I don't know if there was a couple other ones in there for her that day or not. But I tell you, the way the track kind of played yesterday, that inside was pretty good. Speed was very good. Track, I had commented before the race, looked like they kind of scraped it pretty good. The times were lightning yesterday. Not much faster than what we've seen most of the meet. So Lambeau Lady, I'm going to give her one more shot back to the inside. She looks like the speed of the speed to me. Golden Lassie, I'm just not sold. I think this is the right move, this little drop. I don't think that was the strongest of fields down at Colonial. And she's going to have her work cut out for her if she wants to deal with Lambeau Lady up top. The horses that are going to benefit, I think, are the 3 and the 4.
For closing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Lambeau Lady gets that rail. And, claiming off Brittany Russell on a drop like this, always a question mark. But it's been done before off the claim from Brittany. Some people have found a couple of runners here and there that they've been able to move. Now, how much she can move up if she wins today, Lambeau Lady, is the real question. But she does face a pretty good field here in which to display her speed if she could break from the inside. Ramirez has done it before in the last 3 years. Off the claim, he's 3 for 11 and a positive ROI as well. But what you don't get in this first, if you're going to play the one, is a price.
You're not going to get a price. No, I mean, it was. There's nobody with anybody real huge speed figure advantage or anything like that. But I think the play is definitely going to come in on Lambeau Lady and Golden Lassie. Claudio and Lambeau Lady, who's 1 to 2 last time, you'll get a little bit better value today. But, which gives a little hope to a little bit of price with a horse like Utterly Enchanting. The 3 horse, I think, could definitely get into the mix. A little trouble at the gate last time. Miss Headley was very strong. You go back, was it 4 or 5 races on the page? 57 buyer. This horse can rally into it, can just, grab that inside trip, and I think just kind of carries her into a piece of the pie here this afternoon.
Yeah, I had the same idea with closers, but we're using different closers.
Yeah,
Family Fortune, she's she likes to run outside. She ran a pretty solid race, I thought, between last out behind 8 Oaks. It's 1 of 2 Mario Saray Jr. horses in here. And Congress Hall, she's been kind of a quirky filly behind the starting gate and in the gate as of late. Yet to win for the New Connections. She hasn't won in a while, but I thought her last race was promising. She was just allowed to run outside and in the clear, 4-wide clear trip today, and they may try to do the same thing, let some speed go on like the inside and maybe Golden Lassie to press, and Rosales can get her just where he wants her, and if she's good enough is the question. I think those are my 2 closers behind the one.
So what we're saying here is we're going to try to beat Claudio, keep her out of the exacta, and boost our value a little bit. So if she beats us, you know what? She beats us. It's not like it hasn't happened before.
Right.
Yeah,
I know. Tell me.
Okay.
Second race, mile and a 16th on the turf course, and you're going to do a pick 4, Keith, starting in the second. We've got lots of good things to show you here. First, your pick 4 ticket. We've got some videos, some stats in race 2, and obviously what we're going to show you is your single, right? Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole.
We're going to get you started with a single number 4 in race number 2 for that early pick 4. Then it's a spread-a-rama here, Dave. 1, 2, 4, 5 in race 3, 1, 3, 7, 8 in the 4th, and wrap it up in the 5th, 2, 4, and 7. Tauber, my top selection in there. Today's card I found quite challenging all the way through, Dave. Could I come up with a big nugget at a huge price? No. That tells me just a little bit of spreading. You've got to do it. You're going to bind some maybe 3 and 4 to 1 shots. You're going to get some good payouts here because I think the money is going to be spread around in a lot of these races. So $24 for your early pick 4.
Fire in the hole. Your single here, 7 to 5. You made her on the morning line. A morning line favorite. I really believe that 98.6% of Pimlico watchers added to their stable mail watch list last time out.
Yeah, and we've got video of Fire in the Hole. And she didn't have the easiest of trips either in debut on the race that was taken off the turf. Let's follow her in this field. It's kind of lucky the 2-1 favorites up going at it on the front end. Now, look, she looks a little bit lazy early, Dave, right? I mean, Carrasco is into her, riding her along, pushing her along, leaving the half-mile pole. Here's where things get a little bit dicey. He just kind of stays in behind horses, and she's got to steady. She loses her momentum. Now he's got to get back on track. Drops to the inside at the quarter pole. Is going to work back outside here at the 3/16 and really levels off. Probably the last, 60, 70 yards,
yes.
Dave. Fool yourself how that wide trip was able to kind of get the clear run and go ahead and go to victory. But watch her here. She really kicks on nicely. She's going to come right back at the 1:16. She looks to me like a filly you've just got to settle. Hope a little bit of pace develops up front and just keep her in the clear. Don't lose that momentum from, say, the 3/8 pole home. Graham Motion has a little stat here, a little tasty stat. Last 3 years, he's 7 for 11, 64% and 9 for 11 in the money with favorites. These maiden turf routers, ROI of 334. So, yeah, dug up that one. And, yeah, she's going to be a short price in here. But I think there's going to be some flow with the one Selfish Short. Pounding Music will stay clear of trouble today, I think, from that outer post. She ran dead game last time. Now got away with a little slower fractions up front, but I really like the way she kept on. She was behind Fire in the Hole prior, but I tell you, I think she might be a little bit closer today. I go 4-8-7-1.
Yeah, Pounding Music, I think, is a good alternative to the favorite and Fire in the Hole here. She was behind that slow pace, which was set by a Michael Dickinson, first-time starter, who went gate to wire that day, and an outstanding pace-controlling effort. Forever Dreaming was entered to run back, but we came off the turf, so we haven't seen anything else from her. Had a little bit of trouble in that race. So, again, against the slow pace and a gate to wire runner there, hangover kid on the turf. So, she's been kind of knocking on the door. And we got some other horses in our mix, including a Tunnel Strike in the mix. That English Channel kind of intrigued me on the top. 14% with turf routers, obviously, for English Channel. And you got your Smart Strike on the bottom, green on green, as they say.
Yeah. I thought maybe we could get away with 30 on the line. Maybe I should have gone 20. I think you're still going to get double digits on Tunnel Strike, above 15-1. Was 51-1 back in debut as a 2-year-old. An excuse in that race that comes back off the layoff. The Lasix goes on, and Dave, half the Rising Bella, a winner of her last 2 on the turf, including a restricted stakes. This is a sneaky long shot, working fairly forwardly in here. With the breeding, you're looking for that bomb to help your exact as your tries. I think this is the one.
Well, the old see the trainer, bet the horse angle may come into play. Because on the way in, I said 2 trainers, Rodney Jenkins and Hammy Smith. And Rodney said, I have Self-Assured in today. And the name didn't ring a bell. I said, I'm not sure whether I picked her or not. Oh, yeah, I did. And the reason is, I put her in the mix here, is that was a strong effort from this Tail of the Cat filly. 2 sprints on the dirt, right to 9 furlongs on the turf. A strong effort off 2 dirt sprints to 1 1/8 on the grass. She liked it. She got a little bit tired apparently at 9-1. I know she's been off since May, but Jenkins with a positive ROI. See the trainer, bet the horse.
Yeah, and ran hard that day, and I liked the fact that they gave her a little bit of a break to recoup, to recover off of that. I didn't expect that effort, especially kind of when you looked at the family and everything, but she ran big that day. She's still going to have to improve a little bit, okay, to beat the favorite and maybe even Pounding Music, but that was definitely an encouraging try there on that stretch out off the 2 sprints.
All righty, let's go to the 3rd race at 6 furlongs. Good allowance group here. And you went a little different direction than I did, and I can see why.
Yeah.
Had a little bit of trouble in this race. I mean, obviously the race kind of revolves around what will Miss Nondescript do off of time away. Miss Nondescript coming back to the races here. The return of the Maryland Juvenile Filly Championship winner who's kept good company last year with the Street Loot, among others. So let's talk about your top pick here, Charles Anthony Frock. It's all the frocks are hot.
It's all frock all the time,
all the time.
At Pimlico Day.
Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah.
This is the summer of frock. I think they've got
Year of the Frock.
I think
Summer
that's
of
going to
Frock.
be a T-shirt that's given out here on Fan Appreciation Day.
Timonium idea.
Yeah,
Got a meeting on Tuesday
there
for
you
some
go.
promotions.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
I
Year of
love
the
it.
Frock.
I love it.
Yeah.
But Bourbon Wildcat, maybe they got one here. You know, Lynn Ashby dropped this horse in off of a break. It looked like, hey, just take me. You know, dropped from 40 down to 16. Ran big that day, but saved the maiden condition. Bourbon Wildcat, gritty effort on the turf. Back to the dirt here. You know the one thing, Tamchar, the other frock horse, ran very fast a couple races back. She breaks a little slow. You know, Blushable, I don't think is as quick early. Mischief's Model, he's got some speed. Acosta's going to send, but I don't know. This filly's quick, and she doesn't mind a battle up front. I think she's going to have to improve a little bit. But at the price I'm going to get, I'm going to use her in there, Jorge Ruiz. So, yeah, that's my shot play in here at 8-1 morning line. But Miss Nondescript, we've got video of her race off the break here. Hasn't been seen since December 5th in the Maryland Juvenile Filly Championships. Not that great that day, but we're going to go back to the 24th of October. This effort off of a very strong debut at Monmouth. Watch her just kind of keep on grinding out there with Trevor. Right?
Yeah.
4 wide.
I said Maryland Juvenile Filly Championship winner is a Lassie winner,
Yep.
and she ran against Street Loot in the Philly. It's Maryland Bred's restricted race, right? But still a very good effort.
Yeah.
And she's got some good grinding kind of closing kick to her. Mosler filly, off since last year as a 2-year-old. Street Loot, who beat her in the Juvenile Filly Championship, came back out of that race to win 3 straight stakes, right?
Yeah.
So off the layoff, and you know, good numbers last year as a 2-year-old. So are you projecting improvement? She'll run better than a 70 on a grow up.
I don't know if she's going to run better than a 70. I don't think she has to maybe run better than a 70. Dave, come back to that realm. But as we always talk about in the press, we like the fillies that showed a little bit and ran pretty quick at 2, given that time to mature, to grow up a little bit. Mike can handle this, you know, getting these horses to run big off of the layoff. Got some big owners behind this filly, right? So, yeah. I think even the debut run, she beats Liam White. That horse came back and has run some big numbers. I think was recently second in an A other than at Monmouth against Older. So, yeah, she's going to get some speed to target. I think she's going to rally into it.
And I went for the other frock, the Tamchar in here, because I thought, I mean, her race June 19th was really spectacular to me. I know she broke a step slow. She broke a step slow last time out. Last time out, she had some serious speed fillies to her outside. And I think she can break, even if she breaks the beat slow, I'm looking for a good break to the gate today. But I think maybe today she's got a little bit, some fewer fillies in here that really have the kind of really quick speed. She got intimidated down in there, and the race was over for her probably after first 3/16 of a mile. Yeah,
but she held in there. I mean, she got position, and like you say, but being down inside, maybe some kickback and everything like that, she wasn't comfortable, Dave. The 2-back try when she was wide and in the clear, boy, she just accelerated and said, see you later. The number works. You know, she's out of that optional. This is like a step sideways for me. I go 4-5-2-1. It's a good little horse race. Only 6 horses. Very, very competitive. A number of these horses could win it, without a doubt.
4th race maiden claimers and scratch the 4. I'm Not Slow. That was an interesting scratch to me because I kind of liked this
I did too.
horse with blinkers on. So now as a head scratcher, go back, and then nothing really stood out to me in the 4th race. How about you?
No, it did not. I got a note up here from a handicapping standpoint. I really don't like the race. You know, I struggle with it. You come across this, we're going to give you a little information, you know, so I'm Not Slow is out. You hold a gun to my head. I'm going to go with the percentages here. Okay. Brittany Russell, Prince of Portland. We saw the half-sister win the nightcap last night in Digital Dream. She's 3 for 9, 7 for 9 with the 2-year-old maiden claimers the last couple years with these first-time starters. So slowish works, but I'm just going to play the percentages in here. The one good thing is we can agree on. Don't cross Fuzzy. Yeah, I love the name for the Haynes brothers. The dad, it was great. Character was always out here at Pimlico. Has at least shown legitimate speed. These other horses, I went back and looked at videos. They were all sluggish from the gate, being urged upon, never getting there. Maybe some blinkers, being added will help. But the proven speed is down inside with Don't Cross Fuzzy.
Yeah, he really did run like he needed the race last time out, got tired in the stretch. And he's by Mosler, 15% 2-year-old winners for Mosler. Prince of Portland, your pick of Brittany Russell, or 9% 2-year-old first-time starters. So if you're playing percentages there, Don't Cross Fuzzy has eligibility to improve in here for sure. A lot of blinkers angles in here on number 2-2 today. He'll be a long shot, but another one with BB Bad or Bad to the bone there for Michael Cox at Jaggery Incorporated. Back and look at the video at Delaware Park. Very, very subtle. The horse seemed a little bit tentative without the blinkers to me.
Yes.
It wasn't one of those always throwing his head up in the air. It just looked like he did just kind of a little bit lost in the back of the pack. And the dam, if you're going for this angle, Twirl Girl was a second out winner. Second out for this horse.
Stakes placed it too. Stakes placed it too. And showed that good work out of the gate. 2 of 34 going back early July at Delaware. Took plenty of play. Just didn't show up. If you're looking for that horse you think should wake up, with this blinkers, with this change, you would think it would be BB Bad.
All right, there's our scramble, 718-381-73.
It's a mad scramble.
All right, that's it for the fourth. We'll be back in just a few moments here. A little quick commercial break and get on with today's card. The fifth is next.
And they're off. Second in the two-pap. Round on her inside. Last of the 12, and then roll into the backstretch.
Back on Today at the Races, Dave Rodman and Keith Fusel. I'm in for Naomi Tucker today, and it's time for the late pick 5 here at Pimlico, which always has carryover potential if no one has 5 winners in the late pick 5. 5-ace on the turf. Boy, I'm glad I looked at this race again because I'm going to give you our pick 5 ticket now because I was there this morning and I went, I don't know. This horse can't go 2 turns. And I realized, it's a 5 furlong race. I don't know why. You get that in your mind, like you start handicapping a race one way and it's the other one. But in sprint-wise here, I think Tauber and Fair Catch are the 2 to beat. I'm just going to use those 2 in the first leg. This is a $24 ticket. The 6th race, taking a little bit of a shot there with 8-1 Weir from Bristol. We'll talk about that horse in a moment along with the 5. 7th race spreading a little bit. There's a good blinkers on angle, I think, with Lady Perry in there using the 1, 6, and 10. The 8th race is scratched down to just a handful of horses. And I'm going to go ahead and put my faith in Cry No More, hoping that he can clear in this spot. But we'll talk about that maybe a little bit fuzzy in there. You might want to add another horse in there. If you can afford it, the 9th race, the 2 and the 6, using Bobby 2 times and jamming still. Like the value that I think you should get on the 2. Jam and still, we'll talk about that one. I know Willard upstairs likes that horse a little bit. A little bit. I don't. He's going to be mad at me. I'm going to go back up there and he's going to give me a beating. But he thinks you're going to lower his price.
Nah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Nobody listens to me, Dave. You know that.
So this is a 5 furlong race. All right. I finally got that straight in my mind. And you like Tauber in here a little bit, and you can show some video, I think, right?
We've got a video. It looks like we're going to go to the route race on the 23rd.
Yeah, that's well. You sent that in, and I saw a route. Now that was handicapping as a route. And
that was a little surprising. This horse has run okay going long before, but I think we're going to see this horse get in trouble out of the gate. A little squeezola, right there. And all things considered, didn't run terrible. The 9 horse here that particular afternoon. Jock Cruz is going to be back again today. Was able to take a rating hold, and I tell you. I did not think he was going to hang around this long. He makes a pretty good wide move under pressure, chasing those dueling leaders past the 5/16 spawn, and really kind of stays into contention to about mid-stretch. And that was without blinkers. The blinkers have now gone on, and he showed a little bit more speed last time in the dirt try that I thought. I think back to the turf, he can lay forward. Some of the speed comes out with Marzak, Dave. I thought Marzak was definitely going to force the issue of Fair Catch. They kind of had relatable internals at Gulfstream Park. But Tauber, I think, can stay just enough in range, maybe the quarter pole to kind of shift out and get that tracking trip to go by late. So 2.74, fair catch is going to be on the engine now. Gets a little help with Marzak being out of it. And how's the speed maybe dawdled a little bit for So Dialed In, who's kind of turning back in distance today for Kieran.
Fair Catch is an interesting horse to me. That's why I had to use him well in this first leg of the pick 5. You're beaten 4 lengths behind Completed Pass. You're right behind Francatelli in April over this turf course in the $100,000 King Leatherberry. Yeah, he's in for 16 today. But he ran at Gulfstream back in March in a starter allowance race down there. Captain Ron, the runner-up of that race, is a 7-time winner. I mean, he means business here. Tesori Barnes hot. They've been firing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever goes out with them, they're really going to have to. They're going to pay a price. There's no doubt if you're going to try to go toe-to-toe with Fair Catch, and he can dog you for a long, long time. And he just might clear this field.
Yeah.
You know, he gets the help of the 6. But 7, we both used the 7 a little bit, taking a reach. This is interesting. You know, the drop concerns me. But we've talked about this mare before. An Officer and a Lady was a killer sprinting on the grass, multiple stakes winner. Dale's tried this angle. Keep Your Skates On has run okay, closing into it. This horse looks like he's got a little bit more ability than Keep Your Skates On. It's just the drop of concerns because he has I think he can sit and make a move into it. He kind of had a little excuse last time.
Yeah,
as
excuse
well
on the dirt. And they tried to get him on the grass, but he popped with a big race in the slop at a big number. He was 21-1. I'm kind of surprised that day. But An Officer and a Lady, the Dam, 10 tries in the grass, 3 wins in 5 seconds. Ran a lot in New York. A nice, really nice, consistent turf sprinter. Up north. Did we miss anybody here? Anybody I'm leaving off my pick 5 ticket that you might want to put in case you have an extra few bucks?
Extra few bucks. Yeah. I mean, So Dialed In. I don't know if you had that one in there.
No, I didn't. Just the 2 of the 4.
Yeah, I think Kieran turning back. This horse has run well. The two recent routes, couldn't get the distance, but little drop back to where the horse was claimed. Had an excuse jump tracks 3 races back, I think it was, sprinting. Toledo's going to have to get this horse to just kind of rate just off of it, which I think he will, and bring a punch into the flow. So, yeah, they're all going to target Fair Catch in here.
All right, race 6, maiden claiming here in race 6 to start our late pick 4 of the afternoon. Beanpole is Carlos Lopez. And which direction did you head here in the 6? A different one than I did.
You've got the 10 in the mix. Yeah. I'm like one of these first, the first or take a shot. I can't take Charlie Potatoes at a short price.
No, absolutely not.
He's turning back, turf the dirt, going to try to rally into it. Maybe things will fall apart up front. I'm not going to take that short price on top. Doc Elm, and there was not a whole lot there from a breeding standpoint. Mare was 2 for 20. War's Reward, topside's okay, but it's the fact that Mary's just kind of getting the bottom into this guy, right? 5/8 at 104, 5/8, 103 and 3, 102 and 4, and then this most recent one intrigued me. 103 breezing out of the gate. I know only 6 runners, but she had McElmore Avenue that day. Was not out of the gate. Was like 103 and some change. I don't know. I mean, I've seen this move before. I've got to know. The last time Mary ran a 3-year-old firster at the bottom, we're going back a ways. Got the job done. So there's your angle there. I'm not sold on anybody. I agree with Weir from Bristol. I thought that horse, Weir from Bristol, ran good in debut, was acting up pre-race, broke slow, rushed up. Lasix goes on. This horse breaks clean. I think he can handle the pressure of Baltimore Bud and stay around a long, long time.
That's where I went. But Mary Epler, another good angle. The last 30 days, the barn's been really, really hot. 29% at a positive return on investment. So you've got a hot barn with a first-time starter and a couple of good points on Doc Elm from the outside. Okay. I went to Weir from Bristol, first-time Lasix, good speed. I was a bit slow, then rushed up and dueled with the favorite in the race and then got tired in the stretch. Munzano and Don't Dare Me really got away from them by 7. Pet's Night was in the same race, but I thought he just kind of even-paced it. He's an even-paced kind of horse, and I'm thinking Weir from Bristol's got more tactical foot and may be able to hold sway from a barn there. Madison Meyer is a good barn. Very few horses, but you know they can win.
I tossed the 3 in as well. Susan Cooney, second off of a break, turf to dirt. Was improving slightly before the layoff. This is going to be first-time Lasix on the dirt. And keys up with Goldie's Boy. Luxera, there was another winner out of that same race. So there was a double key race on January the 15th.
Yeah.
So I think it was the Ferris Allen horse that's come back and run okay going longer.
Yeah, double key race on the dirt, then ran
Yeah.
on the turf. Now is on. So if you believe in the key race angle, can he run? Could run for you at a price in the 6th. 7th race, 5 furlongs on the turf course here. And Keith, you're going to, wow.
Yeah,
Zola B,
I know.
huh?
I'm reaching. Rosales, come on, baby. You got to heat up a little bit. And hasn't had a whole lot of wins here of late.
Well, he's doing well at Colonial, I can tell you that.
Yeah, okay.
He's on fire at Colonial.
All right, well, that means turf to me, and he's on the turf here, 5/8 with a horse that wants to be back on the grass. Zola B, her best effort was sprinting in debut last summer. I think this horse is going to have the flow to set things up. Benny, off time is okay, you know, limited sample. Some just kind of steady works coming into it, but it's the surface switch back to the turf is going to be key for me. I think if she breaks clean, if she's within a couple lengths mid-turn, I think she can win it. She was a very difficult horse to line in here. She could be 6. She could be 3. She could be 50. I just don't know which way because her last couple were just brutal on the dirt.
A few of my buddies on the phone a horse line, you know, somebody calls you and says, give me a horse.
Yeah.
And the Zola B was an old stable male horse from the
yep.
debut. And I broke a few people around the country with that 8-1 against Sweet Talking Girl horse. Got about 3 lengths, beat 3 lengths. Then showed speed, and you know, you can see what's happened ever since then. So I don't know.
Time off. I mean, get her regrouped. She's had plenty of time to get herself back. She's shown she's not really a dirt horse. So you're going to get a shorter price on Likely Choice, Square Penny. They're going to be out. They're going to be battling. I think it's a contested pace, and she's worth a shot. I like your one horse as well as a price user.
Yeah, I just on video on Lady Perry, I thought the way she ran, she kind of needed blinkers.
Yep.
She was interested, then she wasn't interested. And she ran okay in that 5 furlong sprint after going 2 turns. Gets the blinkers on today. Kind of a sleeper in here for Ann Merriman, adding the blinkers. I had to use this horse in the mix and in the pick 5 as well, 1, 6, and 10. But let's talk about Likely Choice in here. That's the top pick. And in what Kelly Ribley does with maiden claimers, positive ROI, dropping in. She's 2 for 8, the Ribley barn, in the month of August. All of a sudden, a couple of winners the last week or 2, or week and change.
Yeah, and she's got the speed to just kind of stay within touch of this field. She's going to be forward. She can handle it. Was caught wide at Delaware. Just couldn't bring a finish. Back to the 16. Out of a key race, Tap Dancing Girl rose up to 40. And it didn't run a great number. It was like a 58 to get it done, but did get it done. And she's finished in front of Square Penny. Doodad's a horse you've got in the mix. She's fast. Gonna go to the turf now. They wanted turf in debut. There's turf in the family down the line.
Yeah, Dale Cap Claims adds the blinkers. Was behind Alluring Rumba, who ran a top buyer number lifetime in a next out win at Colonial, running a 64 buyer figure. So there we go.
Yep.
Anybody in here run a 64 close to it? No.
Yep.
No.
All right.
Okay. Let's go to the 8th race on the card, and a lot of scratches in here. This is my single in the pick 5, and Keith's top pick in Cry No More.
Yeah. Cry.
Is he going to go to the front by himself? Yes or no?
Yes.
Is he going to get tested at any point in the race?
He could, depending on what Angel Cruz wants to do with Bando on tour. I think if they avoid a duel, I think it's a processional around the racetrack with those two. I'm hoping he maybe allows him to go, because I don't think Bando on tour wants to get caught in a duel.
Well, that's exactly my thinking. You know, I think he's faster, but Bando on tour has some good middle speed, a couple back at Pimlico, and he can engage if he wants. I mean, so what do they do? Go for it. He's inside.
Yes.
He's inside of Cry No More. You know how the inside here is sprinting.
It's been good. Cry No More's quick, though.
Okay.
He can go. If they want to let him out and let him loose in that first 16th, 8th of a mile to get position, I think he can clear.
Okay, so we both have the 8 on top. I'm going to show you a horse here that picked on video, a couple of days ago when the race was fully intact.
Sure.
But with perhaps less speed in now and some intriguing runners from out of town that scratched, I thought maybe the poser had a chance to just take advantage of a duel.
Yeah.
I don't know. see the trainer bet the horse. Saw Rodney Jenkins, saw Hammy Smith. He had that Hammy Smith, I'm going to win today, but I'm not telling you, face on. This horse, the mile at Laurel, digging down to the inside. Now, he doesn't really look like a sprint type there, does he, right? He's more like effective 7/8, a mile type horse. But if a duel does develop, and he can roll right along, he's got a turf prep at Colonial, comes back off a time away to a dirt sprint, winging a prayer for a duel from J.D. Acosta, who was hot yesterday. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been a fan of the poser. I mean, he's versatile enough. It's the 3/4. That's the key.
The question,
7/8 down and a mile down at Laurel. Love him. I mean, he just likes that. And but he's a grinding type.
Yeah.
He's a
If
grinding
he
type.
doesn't
And Hammy,
win today,
No.
I'll bet him next month at Laurel when he comes back to the mile.
has Hammy ever given you the face that I'm going to win? Does he ever? You know, he's not going to give you anything, Hammy Smith.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know. Right.
It's the same face,
Yep.
right?
You're not
Okay.
getting nothing
Right.
from Hammy.
All righty. Follow Victor Carrasco on Twitter. He's got some great pictures of Hammy Smith on his Twitter, and his face says it all. He's the man. All right, ninth race. Ninth race, no changes, right, in the ninth. Are we correct here, right?
Yeah, no changes.
Okay. Bobby 2 times, two-timer, two-time winner. Looking to make it 3 times.
Yeah.
And a non-winner's a 3.
Can he get it done? Yeah, the 3-year-old showed a lot of promise in debut.
He's won 2 times. Can he get it done?
Well, yeah. Well, he's won 3 times, right?
3 times. He's
Yeah.
won 3 times.
So that's what we love in this condition.
Right.
When you're giving me that condition, you know, I want to take the 3-time winner. He's an improving 3-year-old. You've got a couple of horses here. Their form is in and out. Twitty City runs a decent number, tails off a little bit, comes back. To me, he's on his pattern to just kind of fade a little bit. Bobby 2 times, I think, can just drop in as well because there's going to be speed just to his inside with Swing Your Sword, Big Venezuela. He'll relax a little bit like he did. He took the pressure last time. I think he brings a finish in here. But I agree with you too. I think Jammin still is a player getting that 5-6 to 1.
Jamming still. It's your partner Bill up there likes the horse. Gary Capuano. Looking back on the history of this horse, you don't really see it all. He's been out 24 times. 80% of his career has been on the turf and on synthetics. That's hard to believe, right?
Yep.
He's been out 24 times. So the only dirt form he's got, you see really in the recent running lines, you see working on Dream and Maximus Madani there back in January at Laurel. He's in for the 10 today. He's probably going to show some pace in here, maybe sit. Right?
Yeah, and last time out, he was overland trip 4 wide into a race where Dr. Rusty Raymond was able to kind of control things right up front. So he'll get a little flow to target. He's going to have to save every bit of ground. I think he might be a little bit better at a mile. But yeah, I think he's worth a use today. 6-2-1.
Well, Big Venezuela really.
Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of the question mark in here. Tesori Barn, 23-3-48-1 doesn't look hot, right? But that was actually a very good pace for the day on the turf at Pimlico. You know, he's a yes or no. He's going to go and try to do it. 16 to 1. He's won at 25 to 1. He's in for the non-win. He's a 3 condition today. Bobby 2 times a 3-time winner.
Yeah.
So Big Venezuela, you know where he'll be. Question is he going to stay all the way?
Yeah, and I think Swing Your Sword, if he wants to go ahead and add that pressure and maybe set things up for the other Maldonado horse, you know, that's a possibility as well. Because Twitty City, I think, is going to want that. It's going to want to be able to sit and target.
Looks in a good spot, right? Sit a good trip. All righty, time for our lightning round here on Today at the Races. Here it comes. And speaking of the lightning round, I just checked the radar. All the rain south of D.C. right now.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, good. So fast and firm today here at Pimlico. 94-45. Steve Asmussen's tying Dale Baird yesterday with a couple of wins. Jalen's Journey and Shanghai's Dream. He's got some runners in today, Keith.
Yeah, you told me. It's
14,
like
right? Yeah.
In the teens. Wow.
Starting with Under the Gun at Saratoga, so there's something to watch.
I think we'll break the tie then.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
All right. Our other number, 33 plus 3, that gives you 36. And the 3 we're talking about is a Costa Friday triple here at Pimlico. Let's roll them. 1, 2, 3. Here's Imperial Moon and J.D. Acosta. They pop the latches on top and go non-stop. It is Imperial Moon to win by 7 on the line. Here's 6 o'clock Sarah. 6 o'clock Sarah to win from Sweet Talia. 6 o'clock Sarah, right on time. J.D. Acosta with a double. A 16th of a mile left to go at Ranchar. J.D. Acosta with a triple. Ranchar, tweet away. Robin gets up for second. All right, so 3 yesterday, and that's putting him in good striking range now, Charlie Marquez.
Charlie better wake up. Come on now, time to smell the cat food, I tell you.
Solidly into second. So good day for J.D. We'll see what happens today with his mounts.
He almost had one more, Dave.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
King Bubba.
Oh,
You are scared. Just a brutalization.
Yeah,
at the wire.
Yeah, Worry Sky.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't want to bring that up. Poor Brian Leckie, right? All right, a Savage is our next topic on our lightning round. A savagery with a savage trip, but a solid effort.
Yeah, the trouble started right out of the get-go, right out of the gates. A slow break, giving up a length and a half at least, and really kind of has to hustle up into contention. I guess the good thing, he got towards the inner part of the racetrack, right, Dave? That was the part where you kind of wanted to be, but gets in a little trouble here into the turn. We're going to see this Rockenfeller's your eventual upset winner at 9-1 right on the lead. He got in a little trouble. Trust me, he did. He's going to shift out and really make a game run and just can't quite reel in the leader. I was tough on Savagery yesterday.
Yes, you were.
I was against him. I was against the pen shipper.
So
my apologies to Granville, Pennsylvania, the trainer, Kim Gracie, and everybody else involved, because he really ran big.
Well, if we're going to do any apologies on selections, we'd be here for about another hour and a half if you want to look at some of my picks, right? So
that's all right. You did the right thing yesterday. You took some shots of late pick 5.
Yeah.
Once again, you've got to play these pick 5s. 2,300, I think.
And a brutal dead heat with Dreams of Mayfield, right? And getting the price.
Yes,
right?
that was a good pick.
And dead heats, but at least got something. But you're looking at a good price and. The forever photo.
Two of those races. Yeah. We'll blame our photo guy on that one.
All righty. That's it for today at the races. I'll be back shortly. Thanks, Keith.
You got it, Dave.
We'll give you the changes in just a few moments.
All right. Good luck.